We got a featured premiere stream about Diamond Dynasty and some big changes coming to it that'll revolutionize how we play the game. Let's do a breakdown of what they talked about. If you're new, Diamond Dynasty is an ultimate team mode. There you have FIFA, you have Madden, you have NHL, you have 2K for NBA. We have Diamond Dynasty for MLB The Show for baseball. You want to stack up the cards. When you have the card, you can use the card on the field and play with it. Apparently, they're putting some big changes into how we can play ranked seasons among one of those, which is the competitive mode of MLB The Show. We weren't sure what they meant by getting 99s before, but like that's kind of a big deal. There's always a power creep. Like when the game first comes out, the only 99s you would get is from the live series collection. You'd have to collect every card, live series meaning current players in the game versus flashback versions of players currently in the game, or legend cards of cards that feature players who are retired that they've paid to bring the rights back into the game. There's only 3 that usually come out when the game drops for completing the American League collection, the National League collection, and then Major League Baseball collection, every single card. Apparently, we're going to be able to get a whole bunch of 99s on day 1, or so it sounds. Sets in seasons implies a cap where you can only use X amount of cards in the game. I'm like, does this mean you can have a God Squad still? Or does it mean like you're going to have a bunch of silvers and golds and diamonds all mixed in?
That is a very, very big change. 99s will be released day 1, but didn't we already have an earnable 99s in live series?
Yeah, we had those live series collects, but let's be honest, they weren't attainable for most players, and even when they were obtainable, it'd be months after playing and grinding. So what I'm...
See, I understand that part. Listen, as creators or as diehard players, we don't realize what a small percentage of the community we make. Tons of people don't even ever get collections done. Some people are still unlocking 99 Signature Series Randy Johnson, and the new game comes out in a month. So they're like, hey, let's give you some 99s.
I'm talking about here is 99s from ranked, BR, programs, and all the other places you'd expect to see high-end rewards.
All right.
It's not just live series. So sets and seasons. Let's go.
Basically, seasons, they run anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks long.
Okay.
And then within a season, you build squads made up of players from specific sets.
I'm going to assume core is live series cards. Because I think I saw the graphic where it explained core and then set 1, core then set 2, core then set 3 based on the season. And that means you can use live series cards and like the rewards from collecting them.
Oh, okay.
So each player item belongs to a set. It's that little tag in the top left corner of a player card.
So flashbacks
really important.
will be part of sets. It's not a power creep anymore. We can use 99s off the jump. At first, I thought you couldn't use set 1 in season 2. But now you can use 1 and 2 plus the core cards. I like that. It's not just a small range of cards. They make sure it's more than one set of cards available. And then I assume as you get later in the seasons, they keep mixing and matching with the newer season of cards plus 1 or 2 old sets of cards. And then eventually it's going to be like, hey, use whatever cards you want. This changed my perspective on it because I thought we were only going to have 1 set of cards plus core, meaning live series cards. I'm a lot more open to this now. It's got to be the collections too, please.
All live series cards belong to the core set, which we think is going to give a massive boost in value for those cards.
Oh, yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. And the live series collection rewards,
11-year contract for a gold player.
That you're always going to be
and collection rewards. 95
Ohtani.
Ohtani 95.
So the wild card slot, it allows you to add 1 player from any set to your squad.
Ooh, I like this. Say this one more time. What does this wild card mean again?
It allows you to add any player from any set to your squad. So like if we're in season 3 and set 1 cards have...
That is really cool. Some modes throughout Diamond Dynasty, like Ranked and Conquest, will require season squads made up of in-season cards, keeping squads fresh and competition fierce. In-season cards consist of the sets released during the current and previous seasons, in addition to all the core set cards, which are always eligible. The core set is not just live series. It's Negro League storyline rewards, and then the collection rewards, and a few more. All right, so the first 3 seasons get us through September. I feel like it used to be 4 or 5 weeks at the most. Now it's like 6 to 8 weeks, because now we're going almost 2 months with some of these. That is also a big change, so I wonder what they're going to do about the rewards for hitting World Series and stuff like that. So ranked 100%, some even, some conquest. So I guess program conquest maps, right? We all complain about how ranked currently works, so we got to be we got to be like, hey, let's give it a shot, okay?
Yeah,
New
favorite
mini
friends,
seasons.
casual head-to-head.
Listen, this is why I feel optimistic towards this year's game. They just flat out said what we've been doing for the last 6 years is a bad design. Last 6, 7 years. They're like, it's not good. We can do better. I understand when they said works as intended. It sucked. It was an insult. Right now, they're like, hey, accountable. Wasn't good. Let's do it better. They're trying to change it. I appreciate that. And yes, it was super annoying to get a card parallel 5 or finally drop stubs on a good card, and then the next day an upgrade comes and that card's value tanks in the marketplace.
With the old power creep way of doing things, the best players weren't released until August, at the earliest.
And that was like a, hey, Madden's coming, so here's like a 99 overall card. You know what I mean?
Now, we're getting the best legends with the best attributes into hands of all of our fans right away.
Here's also a big thing. Remember how mad we got when we got 99 Griffey? We were like, yo, what is this thing with like 70 or 80 contact? I forgot. How much of a letdown it was? We can get 99 Griffey in April now, and it won't ruin the meta of the game. We're going to have 99s we can use in April, 99s we can use in May, 99s we can use in June, so on and so forth. I want to know what they're going to do for lineup diversity now, though. I understand there's going to be forced diversity because you won't be able to use some of those cards the next season and stuff like that. But I want to see what they're going to offer.
Right away.
Right away.
At launch.
Yeah.
March 28th.
Yeah.
March 24th, early access.
Make sure to get off work
It's going to keep things fresh.
or school, fake
Constantly
sick.
see-
For the record, I'm pro universal DH in real baseball. Nobody wants to watch the pitcher flail and bunt and hit like 079. Okay? The numbers are there if you want to Google them. It's terrible. I am pro universal DH in real baseball. And this, I was hoping we would put it off for a few more years because that kind of is one of the only strategies. Hey, you're dueling, but like it's 1-0 and runner in scoring position, 2 outs. They intentionally walk to bring the pitcher up. Do you keep him in? Do you go to the bench? Now it feels like it could be a sloppy platoon situation. But I'm still okay with it. It was fun to have the universal DH in the tech test. I'm going to try and find the positive. I'm also going to stop real quick. I remember last year, Ben Verlander has a podcast called Flippin' Bats, and he hosted Ramon Russell, and he said Shohei Ohtani will be two-way player in MLB The Show 22. We didn't realize or see, because it wasn't explained, that this was only going to apply to the franchise mode. It didn't work in Diamond Dynasty, so we still were stuck with Shohei only being in the rotation. Or making an outfield card, not one that could do both. But after playing the tech test, this is true, and I think Universal DH makes this easier.
So how does that work?
Again, a lot like the major leagues, Shohei Ohtani is the best example, but you can have Shohei in your rotation. You can have him starting at DH as well, and when it's his turn in the rotation, he'll still be in at DH. If you take him out of the game, you'll still have the DH, just like we currently see in the major leagues. And he'll be listed as a two-way player under his secondary
I still got to see the outlier sinker. He throws a sinker now.
position. And OVRs will reflect that as well.
Nice. James, thank you so much for telling us about DH and full two-way player implementation coming to Diamond Dynasty. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Captains. Miguel Cabrera is the captain of the Tigers for set 1. Okay, so this is a trade-off. Why are we losing attributes? So a tier 1 boost. If you have 5 hitters from the Tigers on the team, you get a +5 contact versus lefties and 5 batting clutch, but you lose 5 fielding ability. Tier 2, if you have 8 hitters from the Tigers, 5 power versus righty, 10 contact versus lefties, 10 batting clutch, but -3 fielding ability. Once again, that is stupid. I like the idea of captain boost, but taking away fielding ability is negating this for me. That's terrible. So you got to have all the Tigers on your team to get a positive only boost. And now set 1, the Tigers suck when you go to core cards. I'm sorry. They stink. So you got to put 11 hitters that aren't going to be that great to get the power, contact, and batting clutch boost. Hopefully they tinker with this as the year goes on. Also, I think I saw a clip of Judge as a 92 captain, Buxton as a 92 captain, and now I see Cabrera as a 92 captain. So maybe that's just like set 1 captains. That's their overall. I just don't think you should be rewarded for stacking things to boost attributes just to take some away. It's a series of cards. Okay, I got you. So it's a series of cards, and there'll be 92s for set 1. Oh, that's what they meant by okay. Adding in those are the captain packs. That's why you got to pre-order, like me.
You have one hitting captain and one pitching captain. You can have any
That's cool. Hitting and pitching captain. Let's see, what do the pitching ones do?
number of captain series cards in your squad, but only one hitting captain and one pitching captain can have their boost active at any given time. The rest of your captain series cards just function as normal DD cards.
So you can build a full Tigers team build, right?
So you can do a full Tigers team build with Miguel Cabrera as your hitting captain, plus a Tigers pitching captain, or you can combine abilities if you want to. If you really wanted to, you could even have a team with a Red Sox hitting captain and a Yankees pitching
That
captain.
sounds bad.
Oh, it is.
Why would
So on release, every MLB team will have at least one captain, but that's really just scratching the surface of the type of captain abilities.
At least one.
We can expect some captain abilities to really push the envelope and incentivize some strange teams.
So Ian, what type of captain's cards are we going to see at launch?
We've seen one already, but every MLB team is going to have at least one captain, but it's really just scratching the surface of the types of abilities we can make. Some other abilities we can expect are card series captains. For example, it buffs all milestone series cards. And one of my favorites that I like to show you guys is a Willie Mays captain. So when I play
So it's not just the live series being captain. So Willie Mays will be the captain for the Giants in set 1. Or one of them. Oh, and it's not just... See, I like where they're going with this direction. So now this is for the 1950s and 60s cards. So if you put a bunch of those in... Oh, okay, this is cool because he's good defensively and offensively. There is no negative. And now I assume it's 3, 5, and 8 for the threshold instead of like 5, 8, 11, whatever, because you're going to have less cards from the 50s and 60s versus the amount of Tigers cards. Okay. Wish I saw his attributes. So he's got to be in the starting lineup to receive the benefits, and he's got to play 6 innings. The game won't let you take him out. So late game, you want to sub him out, go for a hitting matchup, and vice versa for pitchers. The attribute boosts remain. That's good because I don't want to get like a negative 15 power decrease because I have a righty that can't hit the righty. So it'll show you when there's a boost.
If you're building a squad and want to see which of your cards would work with your chosen captain, be sure to check out this new filter in the squad and collection screen. It'll automatically
I'm always all about the quality of life improvements in MLB The Show. That is sick.
show you which cards get boosted by your captain. And that arrow icon shows up on your own cards in the squad screen too, so you can use that to get a quick idea of who's getting buffed.
Oh, okay. Can I use my captains in every game mode?
Almost every game mode in Diamond Dynasty has captain abilities available. The one exception is Battle Royale.
I
you can
figured
have a
that would be
captain
the
in
thing.
Ranked seasons, co-op, play versus CPU, conquest, mini seasons, and showdown.
Okay. What
That's
are we gonna
cool.
do if these captain abilities turn out to be a little bit too powerful?
It's a really important question and something we're going to try very hard to prevent with a lot of playtesting. But with this new exciting mechanic, it's possible some stuff falls through the cracks. If we're seeing too many squads use the same captain, and therefore a similar squad because of an overtuned captain ability, then we're going to step in and adjust that captain ability to allow other captains to shine.
Once again, all I want is communication and adjustments to show, hey, we're focusing on the product. That's awesome. The companion app is the greatest thing ever. I can't wait to flip and do things on it. It's going to help a ton. I beg everyone to download the MLB The Show 23 companion app when the game drops. It is a huge help. So, new mini seasons. We're getting theme seasons, stat tracking, and awards, and custom away stadiums. Sick.
Last year, you would play against teams that were CPU controlled, but based off of other Diamond Dynasty players' squads. So each run was different. This year, we still have that functionality, but we've also added themes. So essentially, rather than just playing against other Diamond Dynasty squads from the community, you can instead play a theme season where...
Let's look at some of these missions. 10 saves, any difficulty. 20 strikeouts on All-Star. 20 extra base hits, any difficulty. Okay. You can get ball impacts that early. That's cool. So that's going to be something we're probably going to abuse if that's one of them.
You know, as the dog days of summer come around, you're still going to have a lot of fun gameplay over in mini seasons, a lot of
Where's
fun
this?
cards to earn. And we've just done a lot to make it a lot more fun and video gamey than in the past. Like, we created custom away stadiums, so you're going to get to go and play in Cairo and London.
That exit velo ranked co-op. This was in the tech test. Obviously, there's no rewards to really go for at that point, but like, you can now make World Series with a friend. I assume no matter what the rating is, you can both get in and you get a certain amount of points when you win and you lose a certain amount when you lose, but it doesn't matter if I'm at 0 and I got a friend at 700. That's awesome. And now thinking back to how long the seasons are, that's cool because now it might be up to 8 weeks for a season. That's basically 2 months. Usually seasons are about a month or so, give or take a couple of days. You can make World Series by yourself by hitting the 900 rating. Then I assume you can still do the innings, get the World Series pack again. Then you can go into co-op and for rating rewards or play rewards innings again, get it again. That's awesome.
We're also changing how the ranked program works a little bit. It's still there, but it counts your progress in both co-op and solo ranked together. So both those modes will feed into the same program to help you earn those rewards too.
Wow.
Who can I play co-op?
That's sick. That is sick.
Solo, once co-op, and then the ranked program.
Nice.
That's thrice.
That's thrice.
We'll dive a little
Okay. So the innings are cumulative between the modes.
The number one biggest change is that in 3v3 mode, if one person leaves the match, instead of just canceling the whole game, the game will continue in a 3v2 with the role rotation adjusted to keep the game rolling.
This is so...
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. They gotta make ranked fair and not let these games end prematurely, so that's cool.
So if you abandon a ranked co-op match before the end of the game, you'll be hit with a Q cooldown penalty, so you can't immediately play again.
Let's go! Let's go. We saw this. Someone posted a screenshot. They got into a freeze-off, and they quit. And they got hit with a cooldown. If y'all can't handle the L, you're gonna get punished.
I hope those stack.
Yeah, so this penalty will be relatively short at first, but if you abandon a lot of games in a short amount of time, it can go as high as a week.
Yes, they stack. Awesome.
If you can't handle the L, you might miss a week of games. Good, get them out of here. I'm sorry, it's lame. I think it's lame. I understand games are supposed to be fun, and if you're not having fun, you can, don't play ranked seasons. Go quit out an event or something.
So what's the goal of this?
Go play the computer.
To disincentivize players from leaving games early by making people think twice before abandoning their teammates.
Okay, so will I get a cooldown? I mean, I won't get it because I don't leave
Oh, they're talking about co-op. This might not be a regular feature.
games because I'm a really good player. And, you know, I commit to things even if we're losing a lot. So will I get a cooldown penalty for leaving the game early no matter what?
Not no matter what. So with the new surrender vote, a game can still end early without any players getting a Q cooldown.
How does the new surrender vote work?
So if your team unanimously votes to surrender, then the game ends early in a loss, but you can immediately queue again and get back to the action.
So this is similar to conceding in MLB The Show 17.
This means that if you're losing by 10 runs, you don't have to wait until the end of the game to leave without a penalty, as long as everybody in your team agrees to end the game early.
And why shouldn't everybody agree if you're getting stomped?
Also, casually, Derek Jeter, seeing him on deck is so cool.
What about program rewards? Kyle.
Yeah, we've got one last trick up our sleeve. It's called unlimited program rewards. There's a common issue we saw in previous years where when you reach the end of the featured program, it kind of just felt like you ran out of rewards and you lost a lot of incentive to play. But we've got something to solve that exact issue. Let's show it. Last year, you'd have your
What is that loop?
boss pack and then a bunch of extra rewards after that. Instead, this year, the program will kind of end at the boss pack, but instead you see this infinite loop that you can fill up a bunch of times.
That's awesome. That's awesome. The pack videos are going to be coming in hot and heavy. Hot and heavy.
So whenever you finish the program, any XP you earn fills up that loop, and then once it fills, you get a reward. And you can do that an unlimited amount of times.
So let's say we max out our XP. We got another 25,000 XP. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, shout out to our UI and our art teams. This is one of the best looking features that we have ever created. Let's check it out.
You're not getting all of those, right?
There are 6 rewards you can get.
Yo! Gambling. It's not gambling. It's going to be like a randomizer thing.
3 silver, 2 gold, and 1 diamond. Diamond being the rarest, of course. So whichever icon is lit up at the end of this animation, that's the reward that you get. Let's try it out. As you can see, the icon bounces around, bounces around.
What is this?
You gotta pick when to stop, and if you hit stop, okay, now it's slowing down,
Give me the diamonds!
This is cool.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a diamond for a
Hey,
second.
balling is a
but,
habit. That works.
Balling as a habit is pretty cool to
these
have.
rewards are gonna be changing throughout the year, and even throughout each season, we're gonna be seeing.
I'm just saying they're incentivizing us playing the game if this holds up. This feels like they want us. I like my Mike hot and heavy. What up, Waffles?
Some boss packs in
Waffles, are you playing Warzone now by any chance?
there, maybe some promo packs, stubs. It's rewards, rewards, Ramon.
All right, that covers all of it, I guess. Make sure to follow me on twitch.tv/MikeDroTV. I stream several times a week. Make sure to like and sub to the channel as well on YouTube. We're going to be posting lots of MLB The Show 23 content. We still have tech test videos to upload as well, so make sure to go check those out. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.